It's that time once again where we get to be a part of your lives. Hey, we appreciate it. Continue to share, follow, download, subscribe, comment, do whatever you got to do. This is our podcast. Jason Portwando, alongside my living legend, brethren, Donovan Bailey. He is running things. What's going on, bro? You good?
Weather's getting better, so when weather's getting better, it means that track is starting around the globe, but it's definitely getting closer back to North America. But yeah, man, things are good with me.
Are you ever gonna take the case off those clubs? Is that just a prop?
What the hell is wrong with you? Listen,
You playing it all this year?
I have not yet, because of this, Jason. You play when it's 10 degrees outside. You
Yes.
play when it's 5 degrees outside. You
Right.
play with gloves, man. I have a 20-degree rule. So when it's 20 degrees and above,
Right.
I will take these fantastic Mizuno clubs and I will play.
All right.
20
Okay.
degrees.
I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that. Coming up on this edition of the show, the ladies. Ladies are running things. I mean, we're going to talk Elaine Thompson. We're going to talk Adaejah Hodge. We're talking Gabby Thomas. We're talking the U.S. 4x1 relay team putting up a time that it shouldn't be possible this early in the season, but it is. And we'll go through a plethora of stuff on this show. So you good to go?
I'm good to go, man. Let's rock.
All right, let's jump right into it. As always, our race of the week, courtesy of Biopods, our good friends at biopods.com. Check them out, a chance to empower your every step. This girl is back.
Center, great start for the Panda Williams. Elaine Thompson-Herrah begins to start forward. Oh, that's the speed wheel. That's the lift of the time.
Elaine Thompson-Herrah. Woo! 10-9-2, this at Velocity Fest. The comeback continues. I don't want to say the comeback is complete, but man, oh man, does she ever look good.
Yeah, we got to work on that audio.
Yeah, not the best, but you know what I mean? Yeah, I got you. I hear you.
Yeah, so for all our great fans and subscribers out there, let's Jason and I will both apologize for that, but that's the best we could have gotten.
That's right.
Listen, that's the best that we could have gotten. There was not one available for Adaejah Hodge, which I thought she deserved her flowers this week just because of the spectacular time that she ran. However, unanimous decisions here within running things dictated that Elaine Thompson-Herrah deserved to lead just because it's her first sub 11-second race, looking amazing, coming off an injury. I know personally what that's like.
Right.
There were a lot of naysayers that were talking about the fact that she was not going to make it back, and she couldn't make it back on the professional scene and all of that stuff. So I think that the fastest woman alive today, and still to me the fastest woman ever to live, Elaine Thompson-Herrah, deserved to lead today. I love the fact that there's no off-track drama, and I don't really care about that anyways. I've never been one to comment on that because it's none of my business. But her on-track performance has been spectacular. Her 2026 campaign has started out amazing. She looks like old Elaine. She definitely did not get out of the blocks in this race in particular, but she got up. And old Elaine came back, man. From 30 meters onwards, old Elaine came back. I'm loving what I'm seeing. And my God, the Jamaican women are on a next level, man. I don't know what's going on this year. It is, again, regional championship, Commonwealth Games, no real championships this year. But Jason, yes, the Jamaican women led. I'm going to see I'm going to say it now, led by Elaine right now. The fact that she ran sub 11 seconds,
Thank you.
led by her, the old wily veteran, looks amazing. And I am so looking forward to her next competition when she leaves Jamaica and steps onto foreign soil and take on all the other incredible female sprinters, on the circuit.
Yeah, not disrespecting Shelly Ann, but I've always been an Elaine man, if you will, and just watching her do her thing. And she's one of the OGs now. I think she's 33. I'd have to look up to confirm that. I think she's 33, turns 34 sometime in the summertime, I do believe. But man, got to give it up because we're going to talk about so many young women on this show. And for her to be 33 and doing her thing, keep it going. Love to see it. Third fastest time this year at 10:92. The top two quickest times this year run at the same meet recently. Tom Jones, you talked about the British Virgin Islands superstar in the making. She's 20 years of age. Adaejah Hodge runs a world-leading 10.77, and she just pipped Shanice Walker, the Jamaican. So those are the top two times right now in the world belonging to two relative kids, if you will, 10.77 and 10.8.
College kids, dude. That's what's awesome. I mean, at this time of year, for those on maybe on the global side, for those who understand, this time of year, you're going to see some incredible times coming out of the NCAA.
Right.
And that's really what we got to see at the Tom Jones. Oh, by the way, Jason, I got a fun fact for you.
Okay.
The Tom Jones Memorial Meet was the first and last place that I ran the 400-meter open.
Wow.
And I'm going to tell you this. I was in a field with Andrew Valmont, Butch Reynolds at the time. These are the top 400-meter guys. And I was leading at the 400-meter mark because my coach at the time said, just take it out, hold on. And so I was leading.
Right.
Till 300 meters, dude.
Oh, gee.
That's all I got to say. I got to tell you that I finished the race
right
in 8th place.
And there were 6 runners.
There was listen, man. I'm going to tell you this. There was 16 dump trucks on my shoulder.
Wow.
For the last 80 meters. Anyways,
so
it's not about me. It's definitely not about me. But listen, man. I think what I'm saying to you is that you're going to see a lot of incredible athletes right now on the NCAA side. You've got Adaejah who again making a name for herself, competing in Georgia. We've got another Jamaican running sub 11. And I'll just say, and I think that I believe that you and I are going to be talking about this all season. Every week, I think we're going to say it's another Jamaican go sub 11. Yep. Another Jamaican. Remember, it started out this year with a Jamaican running sub 11, 18 years old. Right? Is she 18? 17. Right? Shanola. Right? So anyways, I'm saying to you that in the future is really good for BVI. The future is incredible. You've got Denise just kind of adding her stamp. That she is an up and comer, and she's right at the door knocking to come on in right now.
Phenomenal stuff. We got 5 Jamaicans, by the way, that have gone sub 11 this year. You got Janelle Smith, 10.99, Shania Douglas, 10.98, Lavanya Williams, 10.96, Elaine, we just talked about, 10.92, and yes, the 23-year-old Shanice Walker at 10.8. So, ladies, wow. And you know what? Gabby Douglas, I know she doesn't run for Jamaica, but we know of the Jamaican roots with her. I want to touch on her because what she did recently at the Addis Ababa, phenomenal. She wins the 100 in 11:13. And I realize 11:13, you think, okay, big deal. But that was into a -4 headwind. That's like a 10.8, right? And then an hour later, she comes back and she runs the deuce and she wins. She's the first lady to double at that event. And
That's incredible.
she's one. I think she's on a mission this year. To me, that's my dark horse. If you said to me, "Who's your dark horse this year?" I'm going to tell you right now, it's Gabby Thomas.
Well, Gabby, I mean, there's such incredible resistance with any wind, especially these ladies who are light, right?
Right.
You can always power through. I mean, some of these, like I know that some of the men, if you're, 190 pounds, 180, you can power through. You're still not gonna have really good times, but you certainly can power through resistance and you can power through headwinds.
Okay.
But yeah, some of these ladies are incredible, and the fact that if Gabby is running into a 4-point wind and she runs 11-1, that's phenomenal, man.
That's
As
a
you're
small
right, Jason,
hurricane.
yeah, well, running into a hurricane, a
Exactly.
hurricane pushing on your shoulders,
Right.
pushing
Right.
you backwards.
Wow.
And the fact is that if she's in this kind of shape and it's still April, you might be right, Jason. You might have, I mean, I know you like her personally, but I'm saying to you that when you're looking at the talent that she's exuding right now, she is in sub-11 shape, and certainly, if the weather was the same for the Deuce, she is certainly in sub-22 shape and sub-11 shape in April. So yeah, she's going to be a problem to the other ladies that are vying for the number one sprinter in the world in 2026.
Yeah. And you know what? It's kind of a redemption tour for her because don't forget all the injuries she's had and everything else. I think it was an Achilles problem she had in 2025, just mush her up for the whole of the season. But she's back, man. I'm just saying, keep an eye on her. I get it. Melissa Jefferson deserves all the accolades, all the flowers, because she's by far the world's number one. But Gabby Thomas, she's coming. I can't wait for this year. This is phenomenal stuff. Speaking of Melissa Jefferson Wooden, we finally saw her back on the track. And this was one of 4 world leading times provided by women at the Tom Jones. And so listen to this. You got Melissa running, giving the baton off to Adaejah Battle. She gives it to Kayla White. Sha'Carri Richardson brings it home, and Sha'Carri runs a 10.65, bringing it home. They go 41.70, DB. That's the fastest time ever this early, going back as far as we kept records in terms of track and field. And just to go to show you how fast this is, DB, 9th fastest all time.
Well, you know what? Well, first of all, great to see Melissa back on the track.
Mm-hmm.
Great to see that she's healthy. And great to see that she's running fast. I mean, it's also good to see all the other ladies, Adaejah Battle, Kayla, and definitely Sha'Carri. I mean, I want to see these women at their healthiest, running their fastest. But yeah, you know what? My take from that is this. I think that the Jamaican women, I think that the American women sprinters, their greatest rivals are the Jamaican women. There certainly has been some battles over the years where they've lost or they've exchanged victories, we'll say.
Okay.
And I think the women leading into the World Relay Championships in Botswana, I think the USA understand that they kind of want some consistency over the next 3 years. Or next 2 years, and 3 seasons, leading into 2028, leading into LA. And so I think that the American ladies working on the baton, working on the relay, working on cohesion, working on precise handoffs, and working on speed is really what we're seeing right now. As we spoke just before this, you're gonna have, this is the number I remember. I told my friend Lee, you're gonna have 10 Jamaican ladies this year under 11 seconds. You will have 10
Wow.
People.
That's
my word.
A hell of a number. Wow.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, we know that the Jamaican women, from there in basic school or from there in high school, the relays is part of the system. The relay is part of each program. The relay is part of every single track meet. And I think the USA is understanding that it's that kind of preparation that they're competing against. So they're doing the same thing at the highest level. Melissa leading off. That's to me that's funny enough. That's probably I didn't. That's not the leg I would put her on.
Right.
Right. But I think that she loves the leg and it works really well for what they're trying to achieve right now. And if you have the fastest woman in the world leading off, there's gonna be a big problem for the rest of those teams that are waiting for her. The Jamaicans definitely will be contesting them. The British, maybe Spanish team, Italian. I mean, there's a few. There's the Australians. There's going to be a few, but I think that the time that we see today shows that they are prepared for the meet next week or in 2 weeks in Botswana. And Jason, I mean, you're talking about Gabby and how you think that she's going to have a standout year this year, especially coming off a year when she was injured. You know what? I mean, I'm saying to you right now, as we're discussing the U.S. 4x1 relay team, they're probably the on the books favorite right now to go and win the 4x1 women's in Botswana. I think that from the shape that they're in right now, it's going to be difficult to see someone beating them.
It's insane to think they're going that fast this early in the year. And just three other quick things. Melissa ran a 10.61. And as you know, that's the only position on a relay that starts from a standstill, right? I mean, the other ones are obviously movements. So she runs a 10.61. Battle runs a 10.98, 10.84 for Kayla White, 10.65 for Sha'Carri. Now, to put this in perspective, again, when they won the Worlds last year with Melissa, Titi Terry, Kayla, and Sha'Carri, that was 41.75. Not as fast as this 41.70. Even the Paris Olympics, when they won gold, it was Melissa, Titi, Gabby, and Sha'Carri with a 41.78. So this is mad. I know it seems like I'm going on and on about this, but this is mad to see this this early.
Funny enough, the U.S. team. I mean, listen, I don't want to ever want anyone to feel that I'm disrespecting the U.S. team.
Right.
But they too will have a whole lot of women under 11 seconds.
Oh, for sure.
Right? So with the four women that just ran the fastest time in April probably ever.
Right.
There's certainly a couple of legs that are interchangeable and they can produce just as fast a time.
Yes, fair enough. Yeah, and you're right. Fastest time ever before May. So, man, talk about raising the bar. Okay, to the guys. And everybody said, yeah, this kid looked pretty good inside. He's little Lyles. Maybe he's the next Noah. But what are we going to see from Jordan Anthony when we go outside? Well, damn. With a capital D. How does 991 sound? And he looked to the right, he looked to the left, and he jogged the last few steps. I don't know. Maybe it's just the name Jordan just comes to greatness.
Here's the thing. I think first of all, don't call the youth little Lyles. So let's start with that. Do not call this youth. Do not call him little Lyles.
What about next Noah then?
No, I think this is the first Jordan. This is Jordan on the track, actually. You gotta give this kid respect. I mean, hey,
yes,
he came first year, showing up, winning his first world title that he goes to, right?
Right.
A lot of chirping, love it. Listen, as long as this guy's not disrespecting anybody personally, he's just talking, and then he's showing up on the track. I love that. Anybody that Google me or watch when I was dominating, listen, I just spoke my truth without personally disrespect anyone. I think Jordan is phenomenal.
Right.
For someone who's ran sub 10 many times, this 990 or 991, whatever the hell he did.
Right.
And shut it down. This is practice, bro. It's April.
Practice. We're talking practice.
This is class. This is Allen Iverson practice. Getting out the blocks, executing, standing up, staying in your drive phase, embracing exactly what's coming to you and just shutting it down with people, like you said, looking to the both sides, waving to the fans, waving to everybody. He is in sub 90 shape now, sub 99 shape right now.
Right.
I think that this meet itself was nothing more than a message sent to all of the haters. That's all it is for me. Jordan came out again 6'4" indoors, so he's supposed to run sub 9'8" anyways, right?
Right.
Comes from indoors, goes outdoors, and all of this to me was a message delivered clear and loud. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I think that it's gonna be exceptional, man. I mean, he clearly is establishing himself as one of the people that are vying for. That's one of the people that we're gonna see at the Ultimate Challenge at the end of the season. One of the people that we're gonna see on the circuit this year, running really fast times, and clearly he's fearless, because we saw him show up at his first World Championships, although it's the indoor championships and it doesn't count for much. The indoor championships actually is ranked, very low on the respect scale. However, when you're newbie, when you're young, when you show up and you beat all those veterans, it simply means that you're fearless. And I'm looking forward to see what else Jordan's going to do. I'm looking forward to when he gets in there with Oblique and Kashane and Badnarik, and Trevon Bromell again, Noah Lyles. I mean, all of the guys, all of the cats that are out there right now, the top 10 guys. I want to see what he's going to do, and I want to see what he's going to do with them.
Yeah, you know what? You're right about all of that, and you're still gonna have your naysayers, and I get it. But 991 in that type of fashion, it's not how fast you're going; it's how you're going fast. And this
shutting it down.
Wow. The other Jordan was second. Jake was second in 994. Courtney Lindsay was third, 10:02. Speaking of Noah, he is perfect as a married man. His first 200 since last year. He comes out, he breezes in 1991. And oh, by the way, he is eligible to run for Jamaica. I want to just throw that out there now. Being married to a Jamaican, could you imagine?
Did he get his passport?
Well, he can fast track it now. Being married to a Jamaican, it's a very easy process. Not saying it's going to happen. Just throw on that little food for fodder.
What's
there.
Wrong with you, dude?
There you go. 1991 for the Yadi. No Lyles. The American looked really good, man.
What is wrong with you, man? What are you trying to start another war?
No, I'm just saying. It's possible. That's all I'm saying, right?
Well, that's so, Mrs. Lyles, your next goal is to make sure that your husband gets a Jamaican passport. That is incredible. Let me tell you this, Jason. I've told you this before.
Okay.
Again, we're talking about naysayers. At the end of the day, a couple of things that I really like what Noah is doing this year.
Yep.
Junelle, his wife is no longer competing.
Yep.
What Noah is doing is creating this incredible, it's kind of like live-work balance. You know what I mean?
Right.
Work is track and field, brand management, running fast, managing his schedule, and obviously his appearances and so forth. So basically, being the CEO of his brand. Being married now is a different level of comfort where you're managing life and you're managing your work. And I think that he's going to have an exceptional year because he's settled in with that. Obviously, his wife, they look very happy. I never come in on the outside of this, but I'm letting you know that there are times when you have someone, when your life is completely balanced, when work is great, family is great, and everything is great, psychologically, you have an incredible advantage. Track and field psychological anyways, and you have an incredible advantage. And I think that Noah is going to have a great year just because of his timing and his meticulousness of creating a place, a refuge, a home. So when he leaves that home or that yard,
Right.
and he goes out, in the field of play, in the field of competition. First of all, he wasn't fearful before, anyways, and I think it gets even better because yeah, man, I think he's gonna have an exceptional year because he's doing everything to balance work and life.
Yep. Congratulations. Again, that was his first deuce since he won his fourth consecutive Worlds back in September in Tokyo. He then came back to run part of the 4x1. It was Jordan Anthony, Trayvon Bromell, Jake Jordan, and Noah Lyles. 37:78. Top three actually all dipped under 38 seconds. The 37:78 time is 14th fastest all time. So I don't know what was up with that track at Tom Jones, but man, oh man, I think I could have dipped under 15 going on 100
You
meters.
could have dipped under 15 seconds for the 100, Jason.
Of course,
you could have.
I could have.
Yes.
I could.
But I gotta tell you, see, here's the thing again. The Canadians dominated the U.S. In my time in the relay.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jamaica came and crushed the U.S. And has done so and created some incredible rivalry. Now
Right.
we know the USA and maybe Jamaicans too, and some Canadians sometimes are the most patriotic people in the world. Definitely out there competing under your flag. And I you know what the US has screwed up so many times in the relay, so many times dropping the baton, making major mistakes. And I think that when I see them, it's nothing I think. When I see them working so diligently this early, it means that they're serious. They're serious about getting it right this year in preparation for the World Championship next year.
Right.
Definitely in preparation for the 2028 Olympics where they're hosting the party, right? So I love what I'm seeing, man. I love the fact that we have all of the major players globally. I mean, we're going to see the World Relay Championships in Botswana. Botswana should be favored for all of them, but also South Africans. You're going to have the Jamaicans in there. You're definitely going to have the USA in there. But I love the fact that everybody's preparing to be at their best against each other.
Fair enough.
we win. We win.
Yeah.
They win. We win.
100%. 100%. And obviously, I was just joking about the Lyles. Obviously, him being married to Janelle Brumfield, he can get his citizenship in a matter of seconds, but doesn't mean he's going to go run for Jamaica or he's eligible to that fast. Speaking of Jamaica, yes, Velocity Fest. Brian Lavelle, it looked really good, winning a time of 9:90, and obviously we know his thing is the deuce, and we're looking forward to that coming up end of the month. But he was able to win over Kadrian Golson. Zarnell Hughes was third. Obviously, we did not see the main man, Kashane Thompson, as he pulled out.
Well, Brian already is a problem for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Brian showed up last year, and Brian's been around for a while, but Brian's feeling comfortable. And I think that this year, I mean, the 990 that he ran looked quite easy, actually. And we all know that, or maybe we all don't know. A lot of these kids are still, it's still base training coming out of indoors. So you still need to get in and do some loading in the next, couple of weeks. So he's going to get faster. I want to see when he lines up against, the likes of Jordan and the other Americans and also the other Jamaicans. So yeah, Brian certainly is going to be a player this year.
Brian Lavelle, 1.3 positive wind. We didn't see Kashane as talked about. I'm sure we'll hear more from him in a bit. By the way, Brian Lavelle, looking forward to the deuce at the Kip Keino Classic, scheduled to race against Dambile. So that's going to get heated, right? So we're looking forward to that 200-meter face-off. Speaking of the deuce, Adrian Kerr able to win over Oblique and Akeem as they continue to fine-tune for 2026.
Yeah, it's still like, I think that based on the time of this race, It's still very early. Nobody needs to
Right.
break a world record, so world leads right now. It's good for the fans when we see very fast times. But yeah, I mean, oblique running this early, run the deuce this early, simply means that he's still loading. He's still
Right.
loading, and when he pops it out off on the straightaway, he's also. I mean, he's the world champion, so we know he's going to be ready.
Right. 2028 for Kerr, 2043 Seville, 2058 for Akeem Blake. All right. Well, we've covered a lot of ground. We've got one thing left to do, and that is run that anchor leg courtesy of our friends at the Great Canadian Sauce Company. We got a lot to go through, so let's get it.
A clean exchange with Donovan Bailey is pouring it on.
Moments ago, we joked about perhaps Noah Lyles now being married to a Jamaican can, perhaps sport the Yachty colors, but obviously we're just making a little bit of fun with that. Recently, though, this is no laughing joke, no laughing matter. World Athletics rejecting the application of those 11 elite athletes that wanted to switch their nationality to Turkey. That included 5 Kenyans, 4 Jamaicans, a Nigerian, a Russian. So things are going back. Your thoughts on this?
Man, you know what? This is crazy. Here's the thing for me. Track and field is about. I just spoke about Noah Lyles and his brand management. And every single athlete in the world that's competing in track and field, you are managing your brand. And basically, what I want to do is make sure that the opportunities that's in the NIL and the NCAA's, the opportunities to make money for every single professional athlete is available to them. We also just spoke about, there's going to be 10 women in Jamaica that's going to run sub 11. Now, if you take 6 of those women and they compete for Jamaica, and you take 4 of those women and you put them in other countries, it gives them an opportunity to make a great living.
Right.
So I'm saying all of this to say this. I hope, and I want to make sure that the IAF understands that the possibilities must be spread across all the athletes that are competing for them to make a viable living. And if switching countries is one, then they should make that possible. I mean, I don't know if I explain that how I want to, but really
right.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, what I'm saying is that the opportunities should be there for every single person to make a living while they're toiling, while they're doing work.
Fair enough. J3A says no hard feelings, all good. Gout Gout, another U20 100-meter championship for him. That's not the big news, obviously. It goes 10-2-1. The big news is what we saw him doing before he even crossed the line.
Dude, listen, man. I love that Gout's feeling himself. He ran 1967. There's a lot of people talking about it.
Right.
The only thing that we got to care about is that the IAF will ratify that record. The time in the 100 meters at this point, it doesn't matter. He's under 20. He won, and also point to the stands. So at the end of the day, he's feeling himself. Listen, feeling himself,
right.
And very confident. Again, all the naysayers, at the end of the day, every single race that this kid run is going to tell the truth about whatever titles he has and whatever records he's broken. Every single race is going to tell the truth. And in the 100 meters, it's just another one. He came out of the blocks, executed properly. At 90 meters was waving to the stands, waving. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, I've done that once or twice in my life. So I do understand that when you're that comfortable and you feel and you demonstrate that you're that much better than your peers, you can do whatever the hell you want. So Gout, big respect.
Usain Bolt recently had some comments talking about Gout Gout. He said that the main thing for him is just surrounding himself with the right people. Same thing you've talked about, because you're going to get pulled left and right. Just remember, it's the denominator. It's track and field. That comes first. But so much pressure on this young man. It's crazy, because it's like we're looking for somebody to be that next Bolt, and we keep comparing this kid to a legend. So, yeah,
right.
It's not easy.
Well, here's the thing. There won't be a next Bolt.
Right.
Just like there won't be another Carl Lewis, or just like there won't be another Donovan Bailey, or there won't be another Linford Christie. There will not be another Bolt. Bolt is the most dominant sprinter today that's ever lived, and he holds all the records.
That's right.
It's so good. Like I said, when I spoke to Gout's coach, my advice is the same as it is right now. As I said to her, forget the noise, man. Ignore the noise. Do your thing, because there's always going to be people saying negative things about you, right? And also keep your circle tight. Don't your only demonstration is going to be on the track. And Usain Bolt is so correct. Ignore all the noise. Keep your circle tight. Get out there and run. That's all you got to do. Get out there and run. Have your manager, coaches, parents manage everything from the inside. Right. Get out there and demonstrate. Anything on the outside should just be the results that you demonstrate on the track.
And quickly for our Aussie fans, it's not just a 2-horse race. Lachlan Kennedy, Gout Gout for the 100-meter. Let me throw the name Edward Osei Nketia out there. He ran a 9.84. Wasn't a legal win, but still, it's the fastest all conditions time for 100 meters in the history for an Australian man. He surpasses Patrick Johnson's 9.88 with a 3.6 win back in 2003. So yes, it was 2.8 the win, but still 9.84. Here's another name we can, at least consider when we talk about Australian sprinters.
Well, right? He's therapeutic, dude. He was therapeutic, actually. I mean, Gout is a young whippersnapper. Gout's a young guy coming up.
Right.
But he's the heir apparent. Right? So dude, this 9.84, don't care about the win. The fact is that he ran it. And so at the end of the day, what we're looking at again is are the Aussies, putting together some incredible athletes.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna show in the 100-meter flat and the 200 meters, but also is gonna show in the relay. So again, good on them. Good on them that you have guys now that are showing up and showing out. So congratulations.
Just another name to add to the mix, and 9.84. That number seems familiar for some reason. I'll get,
we're at 1 point.
I'll get back to that. Still
Canadian record.
There you go. Exactly. 400. Let's go the full lap because we kind of started with you talking about that. So let's kind of end things off with Jaden Davis, 21 years of age. He runs a 44.29. That is the world lead now, and he surpasses Ronnie Freeman's previous mark of 44.49 in terms of Arizona track history in the 400-meter record. That was a 44.41. So right now, the world lead in the 400 belonging to a 21-year-old.
See again?
Sorry?
How old is he again?
21 years of old, Jaden Davis.
That's Morales. Christopher Morales had ran. It doesn't matter. 44 any time of year is fast. The 400 meters, a man's race, man. So it's a true test of speed, speed endurance, and mental capabilities, and mental comfort, and pain threshold.
There you go.
so again, phenomenal race.
Yes, and that was a 58-year-old program record at Arizona that he was able to rewrite. You spoke of Christopher Morales Williams. He ran a 44.30, and that's the second fastest time this year. He was able to beat Alison Dos Santos. I mean, this guy's phenomenal. He runs the 4 Dos Santos. He's medaled in the deuce. Of course, we know him from the 400-meter hurdles. He was able to win bronze, I do believe, in the Paris Games. So, yeah, this guy does it all. But Christopher Morales Williams, a nice effort there.
Right.
Okay, and 2 other quick things. Melanie, where is Melanie? She's 14 years of age. I want to talk about her as well because the times that we're seeing a 14-year-old run, 11:01, 14. She's 14.
Well, she's 11:01 and 14 years old. What are you supposed to say?
I don't know what to say. Like, what are you supposed to do? Like, these times are unheard
of. Congratulations. You deserve some flowers. You deserve a lot of flowers. 14. So I'm gonna give the flowers to your parents because you're too young. I mean, this is crazy. No, 11:01 is incredible, man, and it's great to see. It's great to see some of these incredible young athletes, and that our sport, that my sport that got me a whole lot, is in great hands. In great hands. I mean, we're talking about Gout is 18, just turned 18. We're now talking about a 14-year-old girl. We talked about Shanoya Davis earlier. She's 8.
Yep.
So yeah, listen, there's incredible athletes that are popping out right now, and they all deserve great credit.
And I do want to mention as well, our man Omanyala. We haven't talked about Ferdinand in a while. 4th fastest time this season, able to win in the men's 100 at the Addis Ababa, same winning we talked about with Gabby Thomas. So Omanyala, maybe he's ready for a bounce back here as well.
Well, listen, I mean, I think that I've never spoken to him, but
Right.
my assumption is that when I speak to him, I would ask him, what his goals have been over the years, especially that he's ran so spectacularly fast. And also the times that he's ran, he knows that those times should put him on the podium every single time at a major championships. I love that he is starting out the year, not running 9.7,
Right.
but preparing himself for a great season, preparing himself maybe to go out and get the Commonwealth title this year. Not sure, but at the end of the day, man, just like we started this with Elaine, and I'm saying to you that as a veteran and probably history past this woman legally, I love to see what Elaine is doing, and maybe I'll end it by saying, Omanyala, he is someone that I'd like to see on the podium. I don't care what podium it is. I mean, frankly, if he goes out and goes to the Commonwealth Games this year, and just get on top of the podium or get on the podium someplace, what it does say, or what it does say in the world of track and field is this: when you have a medal and you've gotten at whatever championships there are, it solidifies your legacy as one of the best sprinters that ever was, not just on time, but doing it at the right time amongst the people that you consider rivals.
100%. 998 for Ferdinand. So that's great to see. And this is what I love about track and field, DB. We started off with 33-year-old Elaine Thompson. We wrap up with 14-year-old Melanie Doggett. So, yeah. And by the way, we're looking forward to the Kip Keino Classic on the way, as is the Botswana Grand Prix. The Drake Relays continues. Man, what a show. We covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, man, we've been on there for a while.
That's it. Exactly. You need a break. So I want to remind every one of you out there, we are doing this for you. So please continue to share, follow, download, subscribe, like, comment. Let us know what you like and what you don't like. Right? So just be a part of this program. As always, thank you for the company. I'm Jason Portwando. My man DB is going to take us out.
Until next time. Definitely subscribe. But until next time, peace out.